Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Sunday Funday, and as you can see, we're talking about John Wick 3 Parabellum, which literally just means to war.
Well, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum.
John Wick
Whatever.
Chapter 2.5, really.
Picking up right where the second one left off, and yet somehow it's night and it's raining. It's probably
Yeah.
like, what, 5 seconds after the end of the
last
second one?
movie, yeah. Just a real quick update for things, because I know I have said that Megan's not seen any John Wick movies, and I said the only one I've seen is the first one. As of now, we have caught up. Obviously, I only had to watch one more. Megan just had to watch two. But we did watch all the movies. In fact, we've pretty much made this a John Wick weekend, for better or worse. I think we can both agree John Wick is a good, competent movie. Just, it's nothing extraordinary. It's nothing you have not seen before. I've seen better fighting, like actual martial arts fighting, in Game of Death, which Game of Death is it's a good movie in parts, and holy shit at other times. Or in Raid the Redemption. It's like, it's a good movie, at least the first one, John Wick. Just, I never got the... Yeah, like...
It's alright. Nothing really to write home about. Like, I don't... Like, neither one of us get the whole, oh, it's one of the best action movies ever mentality. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, there's plenty worse
Yeah.
I've seen out there.
And it's like, it's nothing spectacular.
Yeah. And a quick review of John Wick 2, for both of us, I think we can give it a hard...
Yeah, it somehow got worse.
Yeah. So you can see how thrilled we were going into John Wick 3. So I'm going to let the beautiful one lead us off here. And also, the not as big of an action... Even though Megan does like action movies, she's not like me. Like, she's not seen Game of Death. She hasn't seen most Bruce Lee movies. I actually consider herself very thankful, because there's a lot of Bruce Lee exploitation films. Yeah, it's its own genre almost. That, are not good. There are some good Bruce Lee movies, of course. Enter the Dragon. I even think Game of Death's actually really, really fucking good. And even the original Big Boss, though I think it's called Chinese Connection here. I can't remember. Remembering the names and actually knowing what they actually are called is impossible. So, what did you think of John Wick 3? Man gives it a hard.
It was better than the second one, but not really saying much.
Isn't that like saying you just beat out a person who you just broke both their legs in a foot race?
I mean, the movie, like the franchise, I swear, is bound and determined to overdose us on action.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I mean, like, after a while, it's like, we both kind of checked out. It's like, I think we both fell asleep watching the second one last night.
Yeah. We were about John Wicked out.
Yeah, it was such a snooze fest. Like, okay, this is just... It's like, okay, I'm glad y'all want to choose to delve more into this, interesting world of, the assassins and their little, like, subculture, hidden culture thing they have going on. But it got too political.
Not like, oh, Trump's bad, or none of that kind of politics, but more just dealing with the inner workings of the politics of the actual
I would say, not
group.
really relating to...
real world politics.
The politics of today, just more just the political inner workings. It's the same reason why I don't much care for Star Wars Episode 2, I think it was.
Attack of the Clones?
Yeah. Was it? Yeah, it was Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
I didn't much care for it. It was like...
I know them all.
There was just too much political bullshit. It's like...
I would argue episode 2's biggest issue is the acting.
Well,
The political Bill taunts is not really as bad. I think it's actually worse in the first one, where some things just don't make sense in the first movie. Dealing with the Trade
there's
Federation
a lot
and
about
stuff.
the like 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars that just why, just why?
It could be worse. It could be John Wick.
True.
As y'all can see, I enjoyed it.
I mean, the first John Wick, it had some of its charms actually, like with was it Jimmy the cop?
Yeah. Jimmy and John's just little banters.
Like, hi Jimmy, hi John. Noise complaint. Noise complaint.
Working again, John?
No, just sorting some stuff out.
Okay.
Okay. See you, John. See you, Jimmy. Jimmy's like, they're like, okay, that's actually kind of a funny little exchange. Like,
I think the problem here, and it's the issue that was with 2, not only is there an unnecessary amount of convolution going on throughout this entire underground assassin crime world, it's pretty much supposed to be like this crime underworld because they talk about the mafia and the Cordova. Although it's funny, the Yakuza aren't even spoken about, or the triads. Like, holy shit, you're not even going to mention 2 of the most well-known Asian gangs?
well, there's like all these like crime syndicates like have seats at the high table. Not all of them are.
Yeah, this thing's called a high table. Pretty much, it's
this council
of crime. It's never explained in any
pretty
depth.
much. We have rules. We have a code. You know, just.
And even then, it doesn't seem like there is a code or there's rules, because the second one introduced certain things that the third one kind of just glosses over or completely ignores or doesn't work in the story of the second movie. There's so many problems with this entire franchise. I think one of the issues was the first movie was a revenge story, which kind of does make it a little simplistic. But it's okay. You can make a good revenge story.
Yeah, but there was character to it. Like, there's not really any character bits in the second and third one.
There's no character bits in the third
Well,
movie.
except for, like, oh, my wife, she's dead. Oh, like, just kind of, it kind of comes off emo now. I mean, I know it's in the same kind of time frame as the first one, but it's like, okay, we've been through this with you in the first one. Please, stop it.
Move forward in terms
And
of
give the
character or something.
freaking dog a name. I don't know if I'd call it God. In my defense, dog and God are backwards.
I think also what is not helping any of this, the first movie not only does it not really go as much into the background of the assassins, it also leaves a lot of what is John Wick, what makes him such a badass assassin, mysterious. You just hear people talking about it, like a few instances, like, killed 3 guys with a pencil.
With a fucking pencil.
Yeah. And also for lack of a better way to put it, some of the very overtly attempts to sound flowery dialogue that really a lot of times comes off really shallow feeling, because you realize a lot of it is just that. It's flowery dialogue. Did I say that right? Because I sound like I said dialogue. Dialogue.
I think you said it right. It sounded like you said it right.
I don't know. I'm stupid, people. I don't know how you listen to me. But
to be fair, he's hungry.
yeah. But some of that in the first movie was able to be glossed over because there was a lot more shadowiness behind it. There was a lot more hidden meanings felt like they were behind things. But these last 2 movies have really pulled back the veil, and you realize there's nothing there. Or there's this overt amount of convoluted stuff, like all the homeless people in New York are actually assassins. Hey, what? No.
Or at least like a good majority of them. Or like, okay.
And also, we're supposed to learn from this third movie, because it takes off, or it's supposed to take off right from the end of the second movie. that, oh, John is excommunicado. Hey, dear. If I say it purposely, if I say it wrong, it's all on purpose because I just see it as what it is. It's an attempt to sound like you're smart, but you're not. And it's the reason why I still call him Grindelwald. It's like it's J.K. Rowling not knowing what the fuck she's writing about. Yeah, he knows she's one who's writing a fucking screenplay. Yeah.
But getting back to John Wick.
Yeah. So, but knowing, as Megan even already mentioned, the fact that it goes, because at the end of the second movie, it's nighttime, maybe heading towards dark.
I would say it's like the sun is setting maybe within an hour or two.
Yeah, and there's supposed to be an hour stay. Instead, now, hard cut to the beginning of this movie, it's pouring rain, and it's
dark out.
Yeah, it looks like it's midnight. And it's like...
Yeah, it looks like...
The fuck happened here?
Yeah, it looks at least like, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, at least.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's like one was like...
Well, that hour went by pretty quick.
Yeah, then you learn, no, there's still an hour left. It's like...
And make a big to-do about, excommunicado will go into effect in 20 minutes. Will go into effect in 10 minutes. And like, just counting down. It's like, thanks?
Yeah, and then there's also this thing, oh, well, he has a contract against him. They don't make the contract open, like anybody can take it, until the excommunicado thing goes, and it's like, wait a fucking second, in the second movie... And hell, also the first movie, there was a contract put out against him twice. This makes 3 times a fucking row. Let's just keep repeating the whole same damn thing.
I would say that as far as I know, that Vigo from the first one, like, he didn't go through accounts payable. It didn't seem that way.
Yeah, it just seemed like a guy putting out a hit on a guy who's trying to kill him. It's like,
okay. Or it's like, getting it through the little network. It's like, okay, hey, spread the word. There's a hit on this guy, open contract, anybody kills him, you get $2 million.
Yeah, and it's like that's one of the charms that the first one had. It's like it felt like it was a crime boss, and there may have been like a shadowy kind of like higher end hitman group. Like maybe those who have played the Assassin's Creed, maybe something kind of like that John used to be a part of. But then there are also probably, your normal schlubs, that are just hitmen that happen to be, listening in or have connections one way or the other. But no, you learn that there's a super secret, ultra uber group of hit people. God, is it fucking convoluted?
That pretty much you can't operate without their say-so, without their blessing, I guess.
Yeah, even though, again, here's one of the issues with setting up a world like that, and eventually it really comes into light. Eventually, once Halle Berry gets introduced, and also the chairman from Iron Chef. He's actually a lot of fun, I will say, in the movie. But that's because he doesn't give any shits and is not acting worth his damn.
It's like, big fan of yours, John Wick.
Yeah, he's actually like a fan, and it's kind of funny. He's just a fan. He's fanboying hard. It'd be like if I got a chance to meet Stan Lee. Oh, that made myself sad. But yeah, there's, like I said, there's this stuff about the society, but it's like it kind of runs against what we know from the first movie and some of the stuff from the second movie, because it's like, well... And
also by the third one, you don't care.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem, is there's a lot of stuff you don't give a shit.
I mean, the first one...
You wouldn't avenge the puppy.
I'll say it's like, you don't... It's like, I made mention of this to Charlie last night, but it doesn't really feel like there's much of a bond between John Wick and the puppy.
Daisy.
Yeah, that gets killed. Which, he still wishes he'd call my reaction to that. It's like, no! I hope you all die painful deaths.
But even then, it's not as deep of a connection as you would feel like with, say, like, her hooch even.
Yeah, it's like, it's like he only has his puppy for a couple of days and they kill it, and it's like, no, you kill my dog. It's like, okay, I'm an animal lover, but it's like, okay, I don't really feel this bond between you and the dog.
Again, I think it doesn't help that we don't know the bond between him and his wife, and that's the reason why.
Yeah,
that's supposed to be the last thing of his wife, and all.
Yeah, we're just
essence.
barely introduced to his wife, and I would say Keanu Reeves does a good job
in the first movie.
Yeah, like grieving for his wife. Like when he gets the letter saying it's like, oh, I got you this puppy so you wouldn't have to be alone. And I'm just like bawling his little eyes out. I was like, oh.
It's too bad none of that is pulled into the second or third movie. He's just an emotionless killing machine is what it feels like. There's very little actual, like...
Yeah, it just... Mm-hmm. Even though, like, I'm, trying to say that in the first one, the reason for going after these guys is a little bit on the flimsy side. At least the first one... sorry. At least the first one... It's personal. It feels personal. Like, okay, you broke into my home, you beat the shit out of me, you stole my car, and on top of that, you killed my dog.
Mm-hmm. But then in the second one, it's a random guy from his past.
It's like, oh, well, now that you're back, I'm calling in this favor that you owe me to do this one thing, and then I'm totally gonna screw you over later.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna be good. You don't have to worry about me not doing something evil. Oh, I'm the bad guy. Ha! Twirly mustache. Blah, blah, blah. Sorry. I fucking hate when... It would be one thing if this was a, like, shoot-'em-up movie. Talking about the actual movie Shoot-'em-Up. Those who have not seen Shoot-'em-Up, watch it. You will see a movie that, one, knows how to do action much better than this movie because they last just long enough. They're like, that felt great. That felt like just perfect amount of action. Even though there's a shit ton of action sequences in that movie.
Yeah. But it doesn't feel like they're right on top of each other or that they go on for too long.
Yeah, and they're also insanely inventive. Yeah. And hell, you want to see a fantastic action movie that is recent? I've mentioned it already in this video. The Raid Redemption. It had great kung fu action. I need to show it to you eventually. Or if you want to see another one, Judge Dredd. Not Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd kind of sucks. Yeah, this thing. That is a fantastic action. And it's smart as well. And you have characters you really care about. And Dredd, even though he is meant to be very cold and kind of cut off from people, you still feel for him. You still really want to see him get through all this. And there's some...
Yeah, even though you don't really see Carl Urban's face, he still manages to act his ass off.
Yeah, Carl Urban there. I mean, Carl Urban, he's either going to be the biggest piece of ham you've ever seen, or he's just going to be the best fucking actor on screen. There's no middle ground with him. And I love him for it.
I was like, he's usually a delight. Whenever he's in. I mean, even his character got a little bit annoying in Thor Ragnarok, but he was, for the most part, a delight.
Yeah, and he still brought a smile on my face. I'm like, damn it, Executioner, you're still funny. But yeah, or hell, any Marvel movie, the action, and not saying this action's bad, but it's just, after a while, I'm like, I kind of don't care. And it's not because, it's because John Wick's just kind of Superman. For lack of a better way to put it, he's got this bulletproof suit. The fuck? First off. It's as stupid as the shit that's in the newest Hitman movie that we all thought was just absolutely moronic. Yeah, and that Zachary Quinto cannot be stabbed or shot because he has some kind of like Kevlar thing underneath his skin. I'm not shitting you. I wish I was. And y'all want to say the original Hitman was bad? Fuck you. That movie's actually kind of good. Even though I don't know what's going on throughout half the movie. And I'm like, I don't know. There's a lot of Russian. But because you're just seeing a fight scene after fight scene after fight scene without any character development, any build up to the story, any continuation of anything. So I just realized there's a spider coming down from my ceiling. And I just saw it. Yeah, it's just a little baby one. But, and not only that, but you get some of these ultra wacky fight scenes that go harsh against anything that was in even the second movie, which the second movie felt like it was just trying to be more stylized with its fighting. Like, we're going to have this one fight scene take place in this art thing, though we're not going to take any we're not going to use it for anything, really. In this one,
yeah, the second one, there was a lot of, like, dance-like choreography. It's like, okay, that's interesting what y'all trying to do, but y'all didn't do much with it. It's like...
Oh, he stuck Common in the chest with a knife, and it made it look like he could dive board off of his chest. Which that was the most hilarious thing I've seen in a while, and I don't think it was meant to be as funny as it was to me. Like...
Yeah, it's like... One... Much like in the third one, the fights go on way too long. It's like... Okay, this was impressive for like 5 seconds, then y'all lost me. And second of all, it looks a little silly where it's like... Am I suddenly watching West Side Story? Like with a dance fight? Just think...
They're breakdance fighting.
Don't give them ideas. And yeah, they set up for a fourth one.
Yeah. But hey, we haven't even finished with the plot because we also got to touch on one of the absolute dumbest parts of this entire movie. And it's a fucking horse fight. Now, I want to see an actual, like, cavalry charge kind of fight
at the
thing.
very beginning, like, second or third fight, I think.
He is literally, like, smacking his horse to kick and kill or knock out these guys. And it's like...
He does it, like, twice.
It's like, oh my god, they really think this is cool.
Or him riding a horse, like, one point, like, riding on the side of it and kind of, like, shooting around the horse, like, oh, that horse is probably freaked out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that horse just shit itself like 5 times and now it's just gonna die of a heart attack.
I would say, if it throws you off, I have no sympathy for you.
And there's another thing we have to touch on, because that horse fight begins the show. This movie's got terrible CGI. Like, it was just CGI galore. Like, at one point, he's supposed to, like, stab this dude in the face with, I think it was a knife he was doing it with. I thought it was a tomahawk.
I was like,
no, it's just a knife.
Like,
and it's a CGI head he's just doing it into. It's like, we really could not have afforded a fake head for him to hold or anything like that. So that way it could look like a really gruesome, like, oh, he's just squishing this poor guy's skull and it just starts bleeding. Dude, was the prop guy sick that day? What the fuck are we doing here? Because it looks fake. It looks really bad.
I'm going to take your word for it, because as soon as that blade got near the eye, it's like,
oh, it looked awful. It looked...
Stuff coming out the eyeball, no, I'm out.
And not only that, but there's points to where, like this one lady who supposedly helped John Wick because he had a pass, even though she's like, I'm going to go by the thing. I have this passport thing. What does it all mean? Put words to your put a definition to your words.
Got this big, fancy-ass rosary with a cross on it, and that's his ticket.
To somewhere over the rainbow?
Yeah, it's supposed to be his thing. It's like pretty much like a marker, I guess, where it's like, okay, you owe me a favor. It's like, I'm cashing in, help me get where I need to go.
Yeah, and that's when you learn, oh, this was the people who trained him.
Yeah, because he's Belarusian. Yeah.
Yeah, technically there's an O when you make it people.
Yeah, he explains what his real name is, like,
Salvatore Salvatore. His name's John fucking Wick.
Jordai Jovanovich or something.
Important. That's the
something like that. It's like, okay, where the hell did y'all come with John Wick? John, yeah. I get, but Wick, where the fuck did that come from?
But it's with, but yeah, like at one point, like they get these ninjas, literally ninjas, and they're supposedly killing all these people. First off, it kind of makes you go, wait. I get that they are badass ninja assassins. But are these people badass assassins as well? Why are they just getting slaughtered left and right like it's nothing? It's one of the many problems that you begin to question with this whole assassin world. It's
these assassins, both in the second and third one, just, stab each other in the back just about, stepping all over each other just to get to John Wick to be the one to claim the bounty, claim the contract.
But I'm just constantly wondering, with all these different little groups and everything, it's like, okay, so if all these assassins are getting really highly trained and all this other shit, it's like, how is one group really able to beat the other group without, it becoming constantly a stalemate or anything. It's just.
Or what I wonder is like if like assassins from one like tribe or whatever kill assassins from another tribe, even if they're trying to carry out a hit on somebody. It's like, wouldn't that spark some kind of retaliation? And wouldn't it be like, okay, well, we're losing guys to this? It's like, why keep sending people after this guy when people just keep getting killed, either in the process of trying to kill him or...
The movie's too stupid to think that through. That's just the truth of it. The movie's just too dumb. And, well, I was going to say about the people who trained John Wick, and obviously, like, he was an apple, fell way far from trees. They all suck. At one point, this lady's supposed to get stabbed through the hands. You see it go in, like, right, a little bit right, supposed to go right between it. Like, right about there, you can see the blade sticking up, like, that high when it comes to the CGI blade. And, like, the actual fuck, guys. Seriously, we couldn't have done a good cut to just have a fake knife that was sticking through her hands. So instead, we had the CGI artist who's done it for about 5 minutes. And, like, that looks good, right? I don't know. Oh, final edit. And there's whole chunks where supposedly they're fighting on these motorcycles. It looks terrible. Because if y'all remember in Black Panther's ending, where it looks really silly, because it looks like a video game, a bad video game from PS2. That's what this looks like. Guys just flipping all over the place for no reason. And even then, there were points where I was thinking this was just straight up a video game. Like, eventually, Ian
Mc... Yeah, like, with the Halle Berry scene.
Yeah.
I seen, like, them, like, kind of ducking behind...
Yeah, and
that guy's gun, reloading real quick, it's like... And join the fight, it's like... I feel like I'm watching somebody play a video game.
Yeah, and the fight scene was cool at first, then it got really fucking silly.
I would say for about a minute.
Really then, long.
I would say it was cool for about a minute, and then, like, 4 minutes later, it's like...
I'm kind of not caring anymore.
I was like, can we move on, please? And stop watching guys get their dicks eaten off, but by German Shepherds.
Yeah, that was... It's like, alright, it was funny the first couple times. The fifth time, I really don't care anymore. I'm like, alright. Guess dicks are like kibble.
I was saying, she keeps sending her dogs after these guys, and they keep biting them right in the crotch.
Yeah, well, some of them get taken down by arms, but most of them dick.
Yeah, it's like, can't we have the dogs try and get them, somewhere else? Or is that the only padding that y'all can get for the stunt people, just in the crotch?
And it's just... And again, it's one of those like, okay, well, these are supposed to be highly trained assassins, and they're running forward like goddamn stormtroopers. That's another thing. Nobody can shoot in this fucking movie. It's like, oh, I have a gun. Pew, 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 pew. I'm shooting at you. It's like, who are you shooting at? The moon? I don't get it. I get you want to make your good guy look... Badass, but it's the point where, like we've been talking about with the stupid armored suit, which is beyond stupid. Just give him a decent suit and have him wearing like Kevlar underneath it, like he was in the first movie, and just have it to where, oh, he gets shot and he's actually hurt, or anything. People might use but he's a commandacatus. He can't get the help from a doctor. Like all doctors are part of the stupid assassin group. There's anybody else he could turn to. I'm pretty sure some doctor back there, I'll take $20 and fix you up. Sure, there's a vet who probably will know how to do a stitch or two. It's so ungodly stupid, and that's the worst part. And throughout this whole thing, I kept thinking, it's like, when you think about this world for all of 5 seconds, it gets really dumb.
Yeah, he's constantly getting like shot or stabbed or thrown into glass or thrown through glass. It's like
thrown off a building.
There's a lot of broken glass in this movie. Like, god damn, somebody got a fetish or something?
Somebody wants some sugar glass everywhere.
But like it's like, yeah, he's a little worse from weird, but like he
just kind of walks off like that.
I would say he's still going, Not like he was in the first one where he got injured and had to kind of like slow down. It's like, okay, stitch me up and...
Yeah, like he was really good and hurt in that first movie. He's now just John McClane from the 5th Die Hard movie. He's invincible. Like we said, he gets thrown off a building and he's just kind of like, kind of hurt a little.
He gets shot and falls off a building.
He gets shot multiple times and falls off a building.
Yeah, just kind of like rolls down the building.
This thing and hits another thing and then falls again.
Yeah, right onto the pavement, and they take him to the Bowery King because Lawrence Fishburne is in this again.
And we need to have more convoluted bullshit again.
It's like, raise a hand if you can understand me.
Yeah, and you realize it. Or
like,
there's one point where
they took a hand, took a finger, finger from you. It's like.
Oh, and we also need to talk about the fact that they're supposedly the king of the high table. Fuck, even that means, or why it's important.
I don't think they call him the king. They just say it's like he's an elder or something. Like he's.
It's something. He's the guy who's above them all.
Yeah, it says above the high table, but they keep making big deals like no one is above the high table. Everyone works under the table.
And even then, there's
shit. It's like, pun.
Also, there's shit that doesn't make sense with that whole thing. Like, he wants John Wick to go back to New York to go kill Ian McShane's character.
Because Ian helped him.
No. He doesn't give a reason why. He never said why. He just wants him to go kill him. Just kill him. To kill him. Probably because they're going to reveal in the 4th one that Ian McShane's trying to overturn or trying to overcome and defeat the high table guy because he has the power of powers. It's gonna be something convolutedly stupid, and then he's gonna put on his cape and just fly off like fucking Superman.
Yeah, they set up for the 4th one. They're gonna be trying to overthrow the high table. Him and Lawrence Fishburne and possibly Ian McShane. I don't know.
I don't know. This movie, like I said, if that sounds really convoluted and really confusing, it's because this movie is. Hell, Halle Berry is introduced and gone after 15 minutes, and honestly, she doesn't add anything to the movie. She's badass, but it's just pointless.
And I was saying, like, as a straight woman, like, she is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, so there's that, but she's not really given much to do except, it's like, John, just kind of like glare at him and
be a badass, man.
Stick her dogs on people's crotches.
Yeah. She had dick-eating dogs with dick bullets.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the worst part, like I said, if you take a movie like Shoot 'Em Up, the action is meant to help enhance the story or help to kind of keep moving things along. It kept feeling like the action was sidetracks or completely stopped the fucking plot from moving forward.
Like, long extended fight sequence. He walks 5 feet. Another long extended fight sequence.
Walks 4 feet now.
And then another long extended fight sequence. Then, he gets somewhere or, someone approaches him or something. And then, hey, hi, a little bit of dialogue. And then another extended
fight sequence where you quit giving enough shits till you just start pulling your own gun out and putting it in your mouth and want to pull the fucking trigger.
Well, it's like the stuff with the high table. I mean, by the 4th one, I'm not going to give a shit. Because, if they'd done something like that for this one, made it all about trying to overthrow the high table because the high table is fucking stupid. It's like, why don't we just...
Why are we following all these arbitrarily stupid rules? You think one asshole would have asked that?
Because he got screwed over in the second one because of the high table, because this little power play between brother and sister, and it's like...
And that doesn't make a whole lot of sense in the actual context once you think about it for all of a second. And like I said, I'm fine with a movie that knows it's dumb. I want to see Velocipaster. Alright? I want to see it. It looks stupid. It's going to be stupid. But I'm fine with a movie that understands it's going to be dumb. Evolution. I really like Evolution. Evolution knows it's kind of stupid. What the fuck's... Shoot 'Em Up, again, is another great example.
Yeah, it's like, it realized it was a kind of a dumb action. Fun, Yeah,
Yeah,
action films like
it tried pretty much.
shoot
It
'em up
made
flick. Just
it made action sequences and then wrote a plot to fit in between it all. But to be fair, it worked. But also, it understood what it was. It's not trying to be high art. It's not trying to be anything.
that's another issue we had with the movie, especially second and third one. Just so freaking pretentious.
Yeah, they think they're smart with this dialogue. There's some points where it's like, "Are you gonna climb against the mountain?" Oh God, I don't care, lady. Why are you talking? Oh, we're missing out on the best character of this entire film, the adjudicator. Her name is Asia something or another. I will look it up. Asia Kate Dillon. She might be related to Matt Dillon.
Mm.
But I know they wanted to have her be very cold and very dispassionate. The way you do that is actually through very cold, very straightforward dialogue that has no emotion and reigns. Instead, she sounds like she is talking like a robot. How is human emotions? And it's so wooden, and it's like, is anybody else watching this? Anybody believing a single damn thing she's saying? Not only that, but they keep making big deals like, oh, she's an adjudicator. Who gives a shit? She doesn't seem to be a threat. Just shoot her in the face and fucking walk on. It's like at one point when Ian McShane's like, oh, I wanted my hotel back. I wanted to get it from the D-Kadoo-Kadoo. Because literally it has no purpose except for us just to have a stupid action scene in the movie. And when I say stupid, literally it's guards who somehow have the same armor like John Wick does, that they are immune to bullets. Never mind the fact that's not how Kevlar or any kind of body armor works. That scene was just damn right ridiculous. Not even in a good way. It was literally an action scene ripped from Call of Duty where you fight a bunch of juggernauts.
I honestly didn't pay much attention because it's like
it sucked ass. Trust me, the whole fight sequence
I
looked
checked
like
out
ass.
long before. I was like, and you have the scene we're going up against two guys with the swords and knives, and it's like, okay, it's kind of cool and kind of funny. It's like, oh hey John Wick, you know, we're fans of you. Da, da, da. And it's like okay, it's kind of fun. Goes on for a little too long. And then right after that, you have the big boss scene, which, of course,
on too damn long.
Because it is the boss fight. Of course, you know it's gonna take a while. I wouldn't mind as much if the scene before that and a lot of the fight scene leading up to it hadn't taken 5 years.
And only that, but weren't exactly almost like that fight. It's like, I don't care. And that, by the end of it all, that's how we both felt. I don't care. I don't give a shit. There's no reason anybody should care. It's...
Yeah, it's like either kill him or don't. I don't freaking care. Somebody kill somebody. Just end this. Just put this movie out of its freaking misery. Put it out of my misery.
Yeah, it's just... Ugh. I hate this movie a lot more than I remember doing.
As you can tell, we so enjoyed this movie.
The worst thing is, I can't recommend this to somebody who likes schlocky action films. The action's alright.
It doesn't even attempt to be schlocky.
Yeah, and that's the worst part. It's like, beyond the fact of the dogs eating dicks and the fucking horse fight, which is still one of the most ungodly, stupid things I've seen
Honestly,
in a while.
it's not meant to be as stupid and funny as it is.
Yeah, that's the problem I think we're having. It's like, this movie wants to be serious. It wants to be taken real. You know, this is a high art. We're going to have horses kicking people. Wait, what?
Yeah, I mean...
True Lies understood it was dumb.
The first John Wick movie, it had some character moments. It had, a little bit of humor. There's hardly any attempts at humor or character moments in either the second or the third John Wick film, and that's one of the things I really have a problem with. Okay, is fight scene after fight scene after fight scene, overdose of adrenaline and testosterone, and none of the charm, what little there was, in the first one.
Ultimately, just by the end of it all, you're just left with this hollow mess of a film. That's the other problem. Is this movie's messy. Like, the editing's kind of sporadically bad. Like, some action scenes are alright and others are really terrible. There's not a reason to go watch this. Go watch anything else. Hell, go watch Detective Pikachu, a movie I felt very about by the end of it all. Go watch Avengers Endgame. That movie was fantastic.
I was like, go give Avengers Endgame some more money, or go watch Long Shots if you haven't already.
Yeah, go watch Captain Marvel. It's still in theaters. It's at least good.
Yeah.
Hell, the action's at least, not going to make you go, oh my god, will you fucking end already?
Yeah, I will say one thing I really enjoyed about Shoot 'em Up is, like we keep saying, it was fun. I mean, it even had fun and made jokes during the fight scene. Like
it had fun even at its own expense.
Yeah, like the something tool, the fuck you tool, and the fuck you too. Yeah. And it's like, okay.
It understood what it was, and it never tried to pretend it was something more than what it was.
Yeah, it was just, cracking jokes during the fight scene. It's like just not really taking itself too seriously and just being dumb and fun and just, turn your brain off and enjoy this.
I was like, oh, yeah. This is a Transformers movie with people in it. And I like Transformers.
I don't know about you, but I can't even turn my brain off for these movies because, like...
Well, you have to pay attention to this dialogue or else you're not going to understand why they're fighting. And I think that's the biggest problem is, like, it wants to put the super intense and political pushings and all this other shit behind it. And because it wants to have this super complicated plot in between all these, for lack of a better way of putting it, it's when trying to up the ante with fight scenes. Next, the next one they're going to be fighting on fucking Harrier jets and box kicking each other and then throwing missiles at each other. I don't care. This is the same problem I have with the fucking Fast and the Furious movies. But at least they know they're stupid. They understand we're big, dumb, stupid action movies. We're not trying to be high art. This movie thinks it is.
Pretty cars to look at in Fast and Furious.
And not the last one. Last one really was bereft of pretty cars. No, it was really disappointing. I didn't get my good car porn like I wanted. I wanted car porn in that movie.
Originally, the first one, his car.
Oh, I love that Charger. Ugh. I stick my wiener in that Charger.
Well, it was a nice car.
Yeah, it was a nice one, until he hit a truck with it.
Yeah, until they kept, like, hitting him with their cars, and he's like...
Oh, you're talking about John Wick. I thought you were talking about Fast and Furious.
I'm talking about John Wick, too.
Oh, yeah, John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick's car from the first one.
Yeah, I love that
steals back in the
Mustang.
second one.
Somehow. I swore he stole it at the end of the first one. Just pass. Do not watch this. This isn't even good dumb fun. This is just dumb. And by the end of it all, you're going to leave the theater going, I don't know what I just watched. I think there was action in. There is action. Don't get us wrong. And
lots and lots of action.
Just there's no meat to hold it together. The story it's too confusing for its own good, and on top of everything, and once you look at it, it folds in on itself.
Well, actually, a better way to look at it, I think, is the action is the meat. It's just very little bit side dishes.
No, because meat would mean that it would fill you up, and that's the thing. It doesn't fill you.
Well, it's like
This is whistle.
What I'm saying is, like, I need more than just meat. Like, I need, like some potatoes.
I think of this more like the action is the gristle. Because you don't mind a little. You just need just that right amount.
It's that one steak you had.
It's gristle with a little chunk of little meat. But that meat also got cooked ever living shit. And you don't understand what the fuck's going on with it. You're like, how'd you accomplish this? This does not make sense. So, what do you give this as a final score?
Not a good score.
Oh, yeah. I figured you were going to give it as 8.
No, perfect 10. No.
Take that out of context. Lion Gates go, can we use your quote? Sure. I described it as a flaming piece of shit. That's not the quote we're using. Damn it.
It's flaming. There you go. It's like, I. It's a 2.
I'm going to go a little bit higher and say it's a 3, but even then I'm struggling against calling it a 3. There is some decently shot action. There's some decent parts. And I like Halle Berry. I like her a lot. I like Ian McShane. I like him a lot. Dear God, do we not care? And that's just the biggest thing. I just don't fucking care throughout this entire movie. I'm just like...
Angelica Houston is wasted, I think.
I must say, I barely remember Angelica Houston was in this movie.
Yeah, you're going through the IMDb thing.
I was like, oh, Angelica Houston's
like,
in this movie.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot. It's like, we just saw this movie earlier. It's like, oh, yeah. Hey, big damn deal in the trailer is like, like, what, 2-3 scenes?
Maybe.
Yeah, he comes to her for help. She helps him. Then later, it's like, oh, well,
then she gets stabbed with CGI sword.
Stabbed in the hands as the penalty for helping him. It's like, well, he had a ticket, so I had to honor it. It's like, well, he's excommunicated, and there's a hit out on him, so you shouldn't have been doing that. So,
well, there was a hit out on him in the other 2 movies, and people helped him.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't excommunicated.
What does that matter, it seems?
Pretty much like, okay, no help, no services, you know.
This movie just blows.
It makes up the rules as it goes along.
Yeah, and a lot of times you go, wait, that didn't work.
Or it has rules that it establishes, but then it's like, oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, fuck this movie. But hey, we get to see next week, though, something, hopefully, it knows it's dumb. It knows it's going to be big.
It's like, please be good.
Because we get to see some Aladdin. Mm-hmm. I was thinking it was Godzilla, but I'm like, oh, wait, no, we got Aladdin. But at least it knows what it's trying to be, so hopefully it's more Beauty and the Beast and less Alice in Wonderland.
Or Jungle Book.
Alice in Wonderland was a lot worse, I think. So, please, Aladdin, name towards Beauty and the Beast.
I say, please be like, Beauty and the Beast remake where it's like, oh, this is actually good. You know, it actually fixes some stuff from the original.
Yeah, we'll see what we all end up getting, but hey, until then, we'll see y'all later, so bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.